What am I hearing? Who scammed who? Trump scammed who? Who? To be precise. I thought the only people that were supposed to feel the heat of America is in quotes Black Americans. Why are the white folks crying out? Why are they saying they have been scammed by Trump? Why was the promises not given to them? That's so sad. I feel so bad for them. I feel so angry. Oh my God. Ah, you people are finished. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sonia. Subscribe, like, comment, and share, and credit to belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. With that being said, let's go watch the F around and find out scam moments. I'll be back with commentaries.
So ICE promised y'all $50,000 and now they ghosted you? Welcome to the Trump University of Payday Scams. Now, you really can't make this up. ICE was out here talking about, help us deport immigrants and we'll give you a $50,000 bonus. And folks jumped up ready to play bounty hunter. It was like Dog the Bounty Hunter, MAGA edition. But now, now ICE is walking that back. That money, gone. The bonus, canceled. The promise, that was about as real as a $2 bill with Trump's face on it. And honestly, I'm sitting here like, how were y'all shocked by that? Y'all dealing with a man who has a rap sheet, a long rap sheet about not paying people. This is the same dude who stiffed contractors. He skipped out on lawyers. This dude even sold people fake degrees from a fake university. And y'all thought y'all was going to get paid. I need to tell you something. This was never about rewarding you. See, you were just a prop for the photo ops, the press releases, the tough on immigration talking points that Kristi Noem likes to do. You were basically a resource to be used for theatrics. And now you're left with nothing but the gas receipts and the embarrassment of the fact that you got played. Well, at least you can say you learned some lesson that millions of others have learned. When it comes to the MAGA crowd, you don't work for them. You pay for the privilege of being used. Honestly, you couldn't write this as satire or a movie if you tried to. But apparently, it ain't hard taking people for a ride because so many people don't mind being passengers.
ICE agents got the nerve to be complaining about they're not getting paid. So you've been harassing us for the love of the game? Go fucking protest like y'all been trying to stop us from doing. I don't know what the fuck to tell y'all. McDonald's is hiring. I don't know what y'all think we gonna do.
Did you see that ICE agents have taken to Reddit to complain that they haven't gotten their $50,000 bonus, they're not getting paid, and that they're having a hard time getting their health insurance for their children? This comes from the unofficial Reddit page for ICE officers. And since the Trump administration started its mass deportation campaign, this page has become a place for ICE agents to talk about issues they're having at work. Some people have gone on there to say that after weeks of working as a federal agent, they still haven't been paid. Others are having a hard time getting medical insurance. Like this person who wrote, been here for about 2 months, still waiting for my health insurance. And that MSS told me they don't know how long it'll take and I have a sick daughter with no insurance. And of course, one of the biggest things people are talking about is the bonuses. That they either haven't gotten the $50,000 bonus or that after taxes, it's not much. Creators online have broken down on how exactly the money works and that the money is taxed and that there are a lot of ways that agents might be forced to pay back that money, especially after the midterm election and if Democrats come into power. A lot of people went in there expecting this kind of money, and I told them, first of all, they were never going to get that money. And if they did get that money, to make sure that they save that money for lawyers. Because ICE agents are also asking questions about qualified immunity and if they can be charged criminally for what they're doing, hoping that Trump will grant everyone immunity. Agents are getting lawyers or are afraid that they're going to have to start getting lawyers very soon. But don't let this fool you into thinking that all these ICE agents are regretting their decision. No, some people commented that the reason why they're putting up with all this crap with this agency is that they do it for the violence, not the money. According to reports, the government seems to be very concerned about agents' discontent because a lot of people could decide to leave because of all this chaos within the agency. Which, by the way, seems to be what a lot of people are hoping for, is that the Trump administration would realize that they're complaining and start doing something about it. Apparently, these people have never heard that Donald Trump does not pay. But this is what Donald Trump does. He makes a lot of promises and makes other people do the work, and then leaves them holding the bag, either financially or criminally. So share this so people can see that a lot of ICE agents are regretting the decision of joining up, not just because of what's happening in the streets, but also what's happening internally.
ICE is recruiting agents with a $50,000 signing bonus. But that's money they may never get. It's tied to a 5-year contract, so they get the $50,000 over 5 years of working for ICE. So if an agent leaves before 5 years, they'd have to pay some of the money back. The only way they get the full amount is if MAGA stays in office until 2030. So this private police force is financially motivated to keep the administration in power.
ICE agents are getting their $50,000 bonus, but they didn't read the fine print because there is no honor amongst thieves. So in the contract for the ICE agents' $50,000 sign-on bonus, they have to sign on to be there for 5 years. They get $10,000 for every year of service, which is great. They got $10,000 when they first signed up. They'll get the next $10,000 in their second year. Here's where the problems come in. They have to fulfill their contract. If they leave early, they have to pay back the bonus. So if they leave and try to get out of ICE before that 5 years is up, they have to pay back that $10,000. If they wait and make it to 2 years, they have to pay back the $20,000, and so on and so on. So these ICE agents who are now discovering that the job they thought was going to be so much fun, wrangling up and attacking people they feel like shouldn't be here, and now they're being hated at, yelled at, whistled at, screamed at, haunted at constantly, because that does wear on the psyche. They now can't leave, or they're going to owe the $10,000 they just got back. And if they're there for 2 years, they'll owe 20, and so on. So they have to finish their 5-year contract before they leave. Amazing what happens when you get employment with a con man. Have a great night.
Because what you mean, ICE agents are starting to turn against the government, right? But hold on. Not for any moral or high ground reasons. It's simple. They have not been getting paid, right? Some have reportedly not been paid up to 6 months. So you have some who are quitting because they can't afford to stay, and you have others who take side jobs on their days off, like Uber and Uber Eats, just to make ends meet, right? Not only that, the insurance that they were promised, right, they'd be covered as long as they were agents and even family members being covered, they still haven't seen it. They have got no coverage or anything like that, right? And third, the whole bonus thing, while a lot of them did it, well, they clearly didn't read the fine print, because a part of that was they're not going to get the money outright in just like $10,000 checks. No, that money gets baked into the salary that they haven't been getting, right? And the funny thing is, it pushes their checks into a different tax bracket. So what that does is it taxes the shit out of them. So ironically, they would make more money without the bonus, because they wouldn't be in a new bracket, than they do with the bonus.
Wow, wow, wow. Many new recruits who have started working for ICE have come out to Reddit and stated that they have not received the bonus that was promised to them if they decided to work for ICE. And if you didn't know, ICE was advertising how anybody that decided to come and work for them, they would give them a huge incentive. And for those of you that haven't got paid, you're not going to, because let me share something with you. If it's not in your contract, it's not going to happen. Because if the government doesn't put it in your contract, the government's not going to pay you. The government is very slow to pay what they owe if it's in a contract, but they're very quick to take what is owed to them, even if it's not in a contract. So if I were you, I'd go back and I'd read my contract down to the fine print, because whether or not you're going to receive that incentive that you should have received a while back is in that packet. And if you don't find it in that packet, then it was never promised. It was just he said, she said. And fun fact, even if it's not in your contract and you're like, hey, but this was advertised, the government doesn't care, because they don't like to pay what they owe if they don't really owe it. Any veteran or service member can tell you that. Okay, bye.
So remember that $50,000 sign-on bonus ICE was supposedly getting? Check this out. Nobody got $50,000. What they signed was a 5-year contract, $10,000 a year. And the number you should be paying attention to isn't 50,000. It's what happens if they try to leave, because the moment you quit, you owe it back. If you're fired, you owe it back. Doesn't matter why. If you're 2 years in, that's $20,000 they can demand back. If you're 4 years in, $40,000. So let's be real about what this actually looks like. You take the job, you think it's stable, you tell yourself you'll just do your time, then reality hits. The hours are brutal. You're constantly confronting people at the worst moments of their lives. You're yelled at in public. Your face ends up online. Your name gets attached to things you didn't expect to be attached to. And one day you wake up and you think, I can't do this anymore. Except you can't walk away. Because walking away isn't a resignation. It's a bill. It's money you've already spent, rent, groceries, maybe your kids. Now zoom out. Let's say you make it 4 years. You've built your life around that income. But now there's a new administration, new policies, budget cuts, because you know they're going to cut ICE dramatically, reorganization. And you didn't do anything wrong, but now you owe $40,000 back to the federal government. That's not a bonus. It's leverage. And if you don't have it, they don't negotiate fillings. They garnish wages. They intercept tax refunds. They follow your future income until it's paid back. So when people say, well, they chose that job, remember this. This system isn't designed to reward commitment. It's designed to punish exit. That's how they keep people in jobs they don't want to stay in. Not with support, not with pride, but with financial fear. And that should make everybody angry, because a government that has to trap people to keep them working already knows the truth about the job. Now, I'm not taking up for ICE in any aspect. They knew what they signed up for. But my point behind this is the government trapped them. And hopefully these ICE agents understand that you signed up for this for 5 years. You are stuck doing this for 5 years. I hope it was worth it.
Karma for ICE agents. Thousands of ICE agents are finding out through a leaked online message board that the $50,000 bonus they were promised for signing up was a lie. Some agents say they haven't even been paid since they started working weeks ago. Now that we have a newsletter, we can go deep into these stories. Check out the link in our bio if you want to, not clickbait. We have screenshots of the actual conversations inside this leaked message board. ICE agents are having a full-blown meltdown. And of course, share this widely so that ICE knows that this is what karma looks like and that cruelty has consequences.
The government was lying the entire time. When ICE was arresting people at immigration courthouses, right, immigrants who were going through the legal process and seeing a judge, and ICE was still arresting them, well, it turns out they were lying the entire time whether or not they were authorized to do this. Because federal prosecutors in court just admitted that ICE was never authorized to make those arrests. It was a fake policy that was completely made up the entire time. Now, this isn't surprising, like we all knew this the entire time. But it's still insane that it took this long for the government to finally admit that Trump's administration was lying about ICE the entire time. Like, this took way too long. And again, like, we all knew this from the start, right? Like, if someone is going to their court hearing, they're going through the legal process. Like, ICE has zero jurisdiction to go and arrest these people. So, going forward, and, I've said this multiple times at this point, every single ICE agent needs to be arrested and also investigated. Because again, the entire time, they were just violating the law and also just violating people's human rights.
Dark as it may sound, when this Trump administration is over, I think a lot of Americans are going to hear a lot of local news stories about former ICE agents self-deleting. Not necessarily trying to laugh at it or anything, but it is just going to happen. Leaked internal reports from DHS are showing that a huge number of ICE agents are on the edge of needing psychiatric intervention. They are constantly stressed, they are constantly looking over their shoulder, they are constantly terrified of the public, and they are constantly being disowned by their families. On top of all of that, the $50,000 sign-up bonus that is what enticed a lot of them to sign up is something that you only get in installments, and if you don't complete a certain number of years of service, which most, if not all of these guys will not, because the entire organization might be dissolved, or a lot of them will at least be sent home by any following administration, they have to pay those bonuses back. Once Trump is out of office one way or another and there is a subsequent administration and ICE is either dissolved or gutted, there are going to be thousands and thousands of middle-aged men who are going to be sent home where they will be shunned by society and they will be in states of dire financial insecurity. Middle-aged men who will spend the rest of their lives worrying about the inevitable day that they are identified as ICE agents and their names and faces and possibly their addresses end up on social media. Data leaks have been ongoing, and the masks have not helped them. When these middle-aged men try and reintegrate back into society, they will inevitably be shunned by their families and communities. They will also have enormous trouble getting jobs, because having a background as an ICE agent in 2026 is not something anyone wants to hire. Legislation is already being put forward so that teachers and police officers cannot be former ICE agents. And businesses that are found hiring former ICE agents will deal with protests and boycotts, and they do not want that heat. And then to top it all off, these lonely middle-aged men who are completely despondent, shunned by their communities and unable to find work will be saddled with potentially tens of thousands of dollars worth of debt from the bonuses that they half got and now have to pay back because they haven't completed their service. When you add all of those factors together, you realize that a lot of those middle-aged men are not going to hang around. You are going to hear stories of men who signed up to be ICE agents during the Trump administration in your local area taking their own lives after Trump is gone, because there will be no lives for them to go back to. Just my opinion. Follow for more.
Y'all, ICE agents aren't getting their $50,000 sign-up bonus. Joke's on you.
I swear that these Democrats don't understand that there's a thing called Google and it's free. The joke's on me, the joke's on you. The joke's on you so much that you listened to a subreddit without actually verifying if it's true or not. You really think that they're not getting paid the money that they were promised? It's in the big beautiful bill that they get $50,000 sign-on bonus. Yes, they don't get the $50,000 right away. It's within 5 years. They get $10,000 in increments. Like, she said that so confident, and yet she was dead wrong. Like, Google is free. Let's utilize the tool. She read a Yahoo News and CNN headline that was referencing a subreddit. Yes, she got her information from Reddit. And also, why would you be rooting for people to not get paid at their work? I'm sure she's the same person saying, I wish TSA was getting paid, at the same time as saying, ICE agents aren't getting paid. They just have no consistency. Democrats are just, their mind is melted because of Trump. Trump derangement syndrome is real, folks. Guys, get some help if you have Trump derangement syndrome. Hit that follow button. We'll see you in the next video.
I don't know what these people were thinking. Anyways, thank you so much for watching all of that video. I don't know what they were thinking, honestly. So you guys thought that this man was literally going to fulfill his promise. In your wildest dream, you people concluded that this man was literally going to fulfill his promise. The same person that has failed the people that even voted for him. You think that the orange man will literally look into the air, pick up 50,000 bonus, and hand it over to you guys. For what? What are you working for? Which work are you doing that the orange man cannot do? What makes you feel so special? What makes you think that this man will even do that? Honestly, I'm happy. I'm happy because a lot of you guys are getting the wake-up call that you deserve. I'm happy because a lot of you guys are now understanding what Black people have been going through for years and decades. I'm happy because a lot of you guys now know the exact thing that is also dealing with you guys. I'm happy because the orange man is meant to make you people understand that life is not all that rosy. If you like, be his supporter from the 1 to the 100. If you like, stand by him in every single aspect. If you like, come true for the orange man. When the time comes, he will still beat you on the floor. He will still tell you, I can't remember I said that. He will still tell you, I'm doing what I'm doing for the good of America. And you as a white person is supposed to benefit more when you're not benefiting. I'm happy that you people are not even getting your Medicare for your children. I'm happy that every single thing that Black Americans have warned you guys about is what you are literally going through. Congratulations. Congratulations. Honestly, I remember when this 50,000 bonus of a thing came up, and you see a lot of ICE people jumping east, west, north, and south, joining ICE agents. You see them doing the jobs that they are not even being paid for. You see them going to borders. You see them going to places. In fact, it has even got to a point where a lot of us were thinking these people are mad. These people are insane. These people are not okay. These people need to visit psychiatry, which is the ICE agents, right? Because the rate at which they started arresting people, started harassing people, started making it look like people are the cause of the problem was not becoming alarming. It was not becoming something else. It was not becoming something that you cannot even wrap your head towards that. But now this is their reality. No promises is being fulfilled. Nobody is giving you guys any damn shit 50K dollars. Nobody. You're just working for free. You're just doing what you're doing for free. You're just peeping people for free. You're just kidnapping people for free. That's so sad. That's so sad. And my heart is really, really broken. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. People have not said anything yet. So every single one of you that puts that orange man there, he will wipe all your axes off. And that is one good thing I like so much about the orange man. He doesn't just come for people that did not vote for him. Yes, we know already that he hates Black people. We know, so we are not even surprised about that. But for the fact that he can literally put a lot of you guys in your spaces, in your position, is what I love so much. And congratulations to each and every one of you. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section. Credits belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in this episode. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And yes, with that being said, with no further ado, I do like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys. Mwah.